Well, hello. Here for another Q&A. Q&A number 20, I think that is. Okay. All right, we'll go right into our questions. Okay, this is from Lisa Vinson. The Q&As are so informative. Learn something new about y'all each time. Since y'all are so good at giving advice, what is one thing you tell or told your kids during their childhood? Oh boy, let's see. Um, do their chores. No, I remember. Okay, we gotta think a minute. Do you have anything? Make sure they never act like they're better than someone else. Like when they wanted to be in cheerleading, I said, "I'll let you be a cheerleader, but if you think you're better than somebody, I'll take you out. And you can't be a cheerleader because it's just a sport." Or if they are a star in basketball, never think that they're better than the rest of the team. I was real strong on that. On what was popular and what wasn't, and I said, it's a fake word, popular. Just be nice, and just be nice to people. There should never be anyone that thinks they're better than others. Did you want to add to that?
I used to always be very careful about who my kids played with and hung out with, because they can look like little angels, and I always asked about the family situation at their home, because sometimes they want sleepovers, and you have to be very careful about them being influenced by people that they think are cool.
That's right. Okay, this next question is from JD, a little bit of everything. Mama O, what advice would you give to someone who can't get over hurdles in their own mind to start accomplishing their goals? That's a good one. Go ahead.
Okay. I've been a goal setter my whole life. What you have to remember is center everything you do around that goal. But if it starts to look impossible or you're not making progress, you can have an option 2, which is kind of a variation of that goal. So you do need a plan B and even a plan C that are related to your first goal.
Yeah, like you do little mini steps towards what you want. Take little steps, because if you think, oh, I can never do that, say, you kind of cut yourself off already, and just say, I'm going to start taking little steps towards that. Like if you wanted to graduate college, you say, okay, I'll sign up, and then you get that done, and say, okay, I'm going to do the first year, and then you just keep working towards that goal, and then before you know it, you're there.
There's a large university in Salt Lake City, University of Utah. When I went there, over half the people were over 30 years old, and there were a lot of people in their 40s. So those people, you know that during their life, they continually took little baby steps towards their goal.
Okay, that's very good. This kitty's up in the tree. Okay, this is from Charlene Genge. Hey, Papa O, I live in
Gananoque.
Gananoque?
Gananoque.
Oh, Gananoque, Ontario, Canada. It's near Kingston, Ontario. Have you traveled through here on your bike trip to Quebec?
Okay, my bike trip to Quebec, I crossed over at where the Great Lakes meet, and I was on the Trans-Canadian Highway that goes from Vancouver to Montreal. So I pretty well stuck through that, just because there's a lot of forest there, and there was only one main road that went through there. So I'll have to do a quick look up on that just to see how close to the Trans-Canadian Highway that city is. Let's see, Kingston. Yeah, I'll do a checkout on that and get back with you.
Okay.
I loved Ontario, Manitoba, Ontario, and then Quebec. I remember, so beautiful up there in Canada.
He lived there for 9 months in Quebec to learn the French language. He loves French. He has a master's degree in that, and he really enjoys French. Okay, this, and Charlene Gange also asks, Mama O, I love your pink shirt. Thank you. Can you tell me what the two black things are that are hanging in the room that you do your Q&As in? They have long strings hanging from them. I hope you understand this. I do. It's a birthday calendar. My daughter-in-law made one for me for the grandkids, and then I made one for my brothers and sisters and their spouses, and so I can keep track of everybody's birthdays. Yeah, but that's what that is, and I know what you're talking about. Okay, should we do one more?
Yeah, I like
Okay.
this one.
Okay,
Bar-
this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This one is for 3 Bart Boys Plus.
I like that. Okay, this was a great tribute. I loved it. Did your dad or any... I think he's talking about the tribute I did to my dad with the song Daddy Can Fix It. Did your dad or any of your brothers serve missions? If so, where? Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Okay, so a mission, we are LDS from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And at age 18, the boys, and at age 19, girls, can go on a mission. The boys for 2 years and the girls for 18 months. Go on a mission and just tell people about
our
Jesus and our beliefs and the plan of salvation and stuff like that. Okay, so my dad, back in his time, there was a war. And when there's a war on,
World War II.
World War II, when there's a war on, the church can't take mission. You can't go on a mission. The church can't take you because the law, you know, the draft was in force back then. So and they had to draw numbers, and if you got your number drawn, then you could go on a mission. So my dad didn't get to go, but he had 2 brothers that got to go. And then my brothers, out of the 6 of them, 5 served missions, and one was in. Let's see, Roy was in England, Brent was in Guatemala, Chris in New Zealand, let's see, Brad in Thailand, and Ben in Florida, Tallahassee. And thank you for that. Okay, we'll go ahead and end there, so it's not too long. Okay, and here's one thought that I have. Okay, a great attitude becomes a great day, which becomes a great month, which becomes a great year, which becomes a great life.
I like that.
You like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
And maybe this will tie into the question about fulfilling your goals and how you cannot be afraid of that. And you want to do that one?
Okay, fear has 2 meanings. Forget everything and run, face everything and rejoice. And I want to add something to that.
The choice is yours.
No, don't let fear limit what you do in life. Use common sense, of course. You know, if something's dangerous or it's going to bankrupt you, then you're not going to buy something that's $20,000 just because you're afraid you might go in debt too deep. But fear can stop you from trying things that may be really helpful to you. Like, let's say you've never walked around, gone on maybe a 15-minute walk. Remember, people don't, they don't wear out, they rust out. So I'm just saying, if you're afraid to put on some shoes and go for a walk, or you're afraid to do this, you're afraid to start studying because you're not smart enough, just remember that fear can hold you back from your goals.
And another thing that kind of helps me is do it now, do it right now. And thank you very much. Thank you for your subscriptions, likes, and comments. And thank you, and good night, everybody.
And when you visit Papa O YouTube, I answer every one of your comments.
Yes, he does. Good night, everybody. Oh, you're way back there.